Hello, my name is Epic Bubble, and I sometimes go by the name of Simon, and this is another thoughts video on Lego. I think thanks to the lockdown, staying safe at home, I've spent some time just kind of going back and looking at my childhood, and Lego's been a big part of my childhood. And I wanted to do a bit more research as to why some of my favorite sets have kind of disappeared. So it is a bit clickbaity, the fall of Lego Pirates and other evergreen sets, but I think you'll appreciate what has kind of happened to them. So, what I mean by evergreen sets or evergreen themes, these are themes that have been around with Lego for the longest time and that are continuously remade and redone. They're some of the fan favorites, some of the adult favorites as well. This is Lego Pirates, Lego Castle, Lego Space, and Lego City. Though Lego City is actually the one that is still being produced. Every year they redo models over and over again. Obviously they're tweaking them and changing them. 2014 was not a kind year for Lego City. It looks really bland. It's one of the reasons why I don't actually like Lego Town and Lego City stuff that much, is because all very generic. It's all things I've seen every day of my life because it's in a city. Though I understand the appeal of being able to build a fully functioning Lego city in your own living room. But we can be talking about the other evergreen sets or evergreen themes. This is probably brought on the fact that recently LEGO Ideas has released Pirates of Barracuda Bay. This is a callback set to the Black Seas Barracuda and to LEGO's kind of original pirate theme. It's very expensive at $200, and LEGO Themes is made by LEGO fans. So LEGO fans can submit ideas, and once it passes a number of supporters, it then gets reviewed and then has a possibility of being turned into an actual Lego set. And then those designers do get some monetary compensation for all their work. The reason why this set or theme reached 10,000 supporters is fairly obvious. Lego Pirates is very much well liked by fans, and I think they've done an absolute standout job of making the set. There have obviously been changes from the original idea, but it does show you that the set or the theme is still very much alive. And hopefully if enough people buy this ideas, it shows that people still like the classic themes. Lego Castle is one of the evergreen themes to come out, and that ended in 2013 with the last line being released. 2013 also saw the end of Galaxy Squad. This was LEGO's space theme. And 2015 saw the last of the pirate stuff, with the Brick Bounty being put out in 2015. The LEGO Pirates set from 2015 was met with mixed emotions. A lot of people really liked the fact that they were going back to pirates, but a lot of people thought the sets, which I'll probably get into in another video, were quite underwhelming. A lot of them were very poor piece counts for what you actually got. Taking a look at something like the Soldier's Fort, this retailed for $30 and yet barely included 200 pieces. And worst of all, it doesn't even look that much like a thought. There's not, you can see the design was lacking in departments. But again, we'll do a video where we touch on that a bit more. So why has this all happened? Why was 2013 to 2015 the end of these sets? Well, if you look at the operating profit of the LEGO groups from worldwide from 2009 to 2019, you'll notice that there is a dramatic increase in their profit during those years. Now, this could mean a whole bunch of things. It could mean they're cutting down on costs by only producing a limited number of sets. But there's other factors to come into play. So remember, 2013 to 2015 and 2016 is really our key years to look at, because this is the appearance of these sets But also, March of 2014 sees the Lego movie come to light. This is an extremely popular movie. It's very nostalgia. It touches the right people. Fans of Lego absolutely enjoy this movie. Even those that haven't played with Lego since their early childhood came back to Lego, and it made an absolute fortune for them. I think the budget was only 60 million, and they ended up making 400 million. So it really much created a brand awareness again for Lego. December of 2015 also saw Star Wars The Force Awakens. Star Wars is one of Lego's biggest IPs. It is the brand that sells the most sets by far, and it also is the brand that appeals to the largest age group. Everyone from your 8-year-old to your 30-year-old who enjoys Star Wars wants to pick up a few sets from Lego. Sadly, you'll probably see at the end of 2019 to the end of 2020 with Star Wars, what was it? The Rise of Skywalker? The Rise of Skywalker. You'll probably see profits for that brand slip, as that movie was not very much well received. And then, of course, you have Marvel and all of its movies. All the superhero movies from DC side and also Marvel started really picking up between 2013 to 2016, with it culminating in these last few years with Avengers Infinity War. This is part of a 3-phase structure from the Marvel group in which they built up a cinematic universe, which made superhero movies stronger and stronger, more popular to go see in massive blockbusters. This, of course, meant Lego had to divert more of its builders and more of its designers towards these brands and these movies, rather than turn out brands for castle and pirates and space. Likewise, with Star Wars returning, more product had to be moved towards the Star Wars line rather than Lego's generic space line. And again, you can see the increase in profits because of these decisions. There was also another thing that had to do with the Lego movie, and that was a design change, or at least a social change, among the Lego group as to how they want people to interact with their product. With the Lego movie, it was all about not following the rules, not fitting in, not following the instructions. Instead, it was about being your own designer, creating your own things, making them personal to you. And this is obviously a very nice notion. It's kind of emphasized by the fact that President of Business in the Lego movie is all about following the instructions or else you basically get killed, which is a very harsh message. A wonderful poster by Mini Peas here. But it's a very harsh message. In fact, people have started making discussions on if this is actually the right way to play with Lego. Should it be about design? Should it be about play? And what this means is the Lego group has definitely started focusing more on having sets and themes that encourage design rather than sets and themes that encourage story and play through story. And I think in some cases it is fine. You know, having artistic endeavors or creative endeavors, a child that enjoys drawing and gets fun out of that is fine. But what happens is a lot of your evergreen sets like Pirates and Castle were the fact that they don't feature much of play through design. How do you redesign a castle, so to speak? And I think it's a bit of a shame because Lego used to, with all of their, with actually a lot of their sets, they used to put out alternative builds on the back, which would then inspire you to try different things using the set that you have. This also means that because Lego is moving towards more of play through design, that the Lego sets become more generic. This is why Lego City, again, is still popular, and Lego Creator has also risen with the fact that you can reuse many elements over and over again. So again, this cuts down on the cost that they have to produce new elements or new molds. There's only so many times Lego can make a dragon in Lego Castle, for example, but there's tons of times Lego can produce a roof piece. So again, it's a lot about cutting costs for Lego, focusing more on generic brands or focusing more on IPs that are recognizable not through their own efforts. And it's a shame. It's a shame that Lego is focusing on putting out IPs for movies that might not even be successful. While I'm sure Minions: The Rise of Gru for this year, for 2020, will be a very fun movie to go see, I don't think adults will be buying a lot of sets for their children for it. Likewise, Trolls World Tour, while it looks very cute, it's not that great, if I'm being honest. It's not that exciting as a Lego set. This one in particular, the Volcano Rock City concert, there's not a lot of play features with it. And again, Lego's moving away from play to rather having fun designs and fun things that inspire kids to design. And of course, they have all their IPs, licensed IPs, which are now taking up a lot of their man hours, a lot of their designers' work, and a lot of their molding and production lines. And that's the reason why you don't see Lego Pirates or Lego Castle or Lego Space anymore. These sets have either been stolen up by other IPs, they've been cut because of costs, or simply because Lego doesn't see them as being successful anymore. Which is ironic because, again, the Black Seas Barracuda and the Pirates, people love that. Kids love it, and adults who used to be kids and played with the sets still love it. So I'm hoping this has given you some idea as to what happened to these sets. I'm again hoping that this, if someone from the Lego group does see this video, it does inspire them to maybe bring out these sets again. There are rumors, but of course there will always be rumors of these sets returning. But if you have enjoyed this video, then remember to hit the like button and subscribe. I do put out thoughts videos occasionally on various topics. And leave a comment if you think I'm talking nonsense or if I'm maybe on the right track. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.